excellent. But yeah, I mean, so far everything's been good.
From a confidence standpoint, maybe from camp last year, then the first game of the season, obviously the blocked kick. Like, how do you transfer now, getting ready your second year to go against the same team? Like, where's the confidence standpoint for you?
I mean, I'm really confident. I really take it kick by kick. As I said, I take kick by kick, and I don't really let anything mess with me. You know, what pass. Can't do anything about it. Just focus on the next kick in the future. So.
Did you have mixed feelings last year about the opener? I mean, you kicked field goals, and then it wasn't your fault. The block, was that tough to shake, or you kind of looked at it after the game like I got off quick? I mean, I felt like I got off quick.
Yeah, I mean, the ball flight was, headed in the right direction and everything. I just ended up getting blocked. But, we just move on. I didn't really think much of it. You just move on. It happened. It's a team effort.
I saw your TikTok video. And did you always have this dream of becoming a kicker? I mean, I saw like you trained in your basement to start off with.
Yeah, when I was, little, it was really a long story, but I used to kick with my toe. It wasn't like much of a thing. And then I ended up, hurting my quad, and I taught myself through YouTube how to actually kick, and I got really obsessed with it. Started kicking into my basement, into a lacrosse net. Like at night, during the day, I'd go outside and just kick in my yard and everything. So it's just.
And then you took it. I mean, you saw you practicing in the snow.
Yeah. I'd go in the snow during the winter. I'd practice year round, really in all conditions.
When we were kids, guys did kick with their toes straight on.
Yeah.
Big change on special teams in terms of how things are coached. Obviously, a new coordinator, but all the coaches seem to have a piece of things. Typically, though, kickers are kind of left alone. I mean, has there been any big change for you guys? The new coaching dynamic, or and if so, who works with you? Who gives you advice or
Not
tips?
really. I mean, it's kind of been pretty much the same. Coach Herb has done a really good job of coaching us. He's stuck with us since last year when he came in. But it's pretty much been the same. He's coaching us really good. Nothing's pretty much changed.
Have you worked on adding like some distance or something to your kicks this year? Do you think?
Yeah, I've definitely got a lot stronger since I've been here. When I first came in 2021, I was around like 160, and right now I'm weighing close to 190, like 188. So I've definitely got a lot stronger. I'm able to hit my better ball a lot more consistently. But yeah.
Yeah, there was a story told of in practice. It was an extra point situation or a field goal situation, and you asked to move the field goal back.
Yeah.
What do you talk about that moment and how it felt to make the kick after it being
I really enjoy kicking long field goals, Coach Kelly called field goal. I was getting ready to kick it, and then he blows the whistle, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Where you want it?" I really told him wherever. I told him I just hit a 55-yarder on the other field. We're like, all right, 53, so put it back at 53, and it was right down the middle. So.
Take me through your snapper, your holder, that whole group. You said you have to. Y'all done a lot of work over the summer. You said just on your own.
Yeah, we'd plan out during the week and go out a couple times a week. Sometimes just the three of us, and other times like the whole group would come, and we just train, trying to get better and better, faster and faster, hitting better ball and everything, and it's brought us together a lot more since last year.
Jay's your holder again.
Yeah.
What's that chemistry been like? I mean, obviously you have to have a lot of trust in your guy.
100%.
And then second year together, what has that been like?
It's been really good. I mean, I trust Jay a lot. It's rare times that you know, there's a snap that is not, you know, the perfect snap, because Slade does a really good job with the snapping and everything. But, you know, sometimes when the snap is not perfect, Jay does a really good job of getting it down. I really don't slow down or anything. I just, you know, I trust him a lot, and, you know, we've been executing.
It seems like there's a lot of fun personalities. Like everyone knows Slade's, you know, TikTok famous or whatever.
Yeah.
Does having like maybe some more personality, like camaraderie, really help the like special teams, because there is so much trust in every little aspect? Does that make you feel more comfortable being closer to guys off the field whenever you go and get ready to kick a field goal?
Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone has a unique personality, and I think, you know, when it's time to go kick a field goal, you know, we're all pretty much locked in. You know, I normally go and, you know, slap hands with Jay and Slade right before, you know, we're locked in and everything, and it works out. So.
We talked with Jay, I guess it was a week or two ago. He talked a lot about the mental kind of coaching that you guys go through, and honestly, that has to play a big role with you. I mean, how have you seen yourself grow on the mental side of things since you got here, maybe kind of heading into the season?
Yeah, I think, you know, like kicking is very, very mental, and I think since I've been here, I've really grown on routines and habits. I think I've always said that consistent routines lead to consistent performances, and it's worked for me. I've always said it, but yeah, I mean,
The obsessive nature of kind of what kicking is. I mean, the repetition. Is it obviously it sounds like something that you were, you know, willing to do in the snow and all that kind of stuff now. I mean, is that kind of just the way you were kind of learned to do it, or have you seen other guys that have been able to offer advice about, hey, this is how I do it, or is it case by case, or just how does that work?
That'll be our last question.
You know, when I had started, I just kicked my toe, but once I started learning, like the actual way of kicking, you know, I'd want to kick further and further and further every time, and I was growing, and you know, I'd watch professional kickers and college kickers, and I just watch their forms and try to replicate it. So that's pretty much just, you know, how it went. I was just obsessed with it.
Awesome. Appreciate it.